And I'm going to go back to one. Hey guys, welcome to the I don't know what it's called yet show, but we are going to have some fun tonight, and that's about all that matters. So I have got some special guests with me. Armin and Kerr are here. Mark actually will be joining us. That's where my extra chair, the imaginary friend, is going to come. So let's welcome. Hi, Armin and Kerr.
Hey.
What's going on?
What's good? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Speaking of Mondays, you guys got the Monday blues or you got the Monday, good? How's that?
I got a little bit of blues, but then I was thinking about tonight's show, so then I was all happy again.
Ah, there we go. Cool. I know,
You're
right?
easy, Armin.
Huh?
I said you're easy.
Hey, now.
We're going to find out tonight because I got a game with some good questions for you guys. So we're going to see.
Oh, man. Carrie, I think we bit off more than we could chew, brother.
Where?
No, why not?
You can always plead the fifth, Armin. You can always plead the fifth. It's okay.
Oh, there's Gabby, Dr. Gabby Caffey, who I accidentally said Mr. Gabby Caffey last night. Totally did that wrong. All right, Dr. Gabby Caffey, bring him in the house.
Gabby, please, Gabby. What's up, guys?
Hi, what's up?
What's up,
Hey,
Doc?
Melanie, Armin, Mr. Senor Carey.
Mark?
Look at you guys.
There are penalties for being the last one on, I've heard.
Is that Mark?
Ooh, that is Mark.
Nice to meet you, buddy. Nice to meet you.
Maybe
Beautiful.
the first, yeah, we could definitely do the hardest question. We can give it to Dr. Gabby.
Gabby, please eliminate the DR part.
Okay, Gabby, got it. All right, that won't
you.
take long. So, what is up, guys? You guys have been awfully busy lately, right? You've had a lot of new things going on.
It's been crazy. It's been freaking
Have at
nuts.
it, Doc.
Crazy. I'm like, it's a one-man show here. Receiving shipments from Honduras, packing orders, talking to retailers, brick and mortar, online, trying to make everybody happy. It's just, right now is the worst time to hire help because I don't want somebody with COVID coming into my office, you know?
I have no
That's true.
sympathy for you, brother. We're all a one-man show here. Seriously, it's Carrie, right? You agree?
Uh,
I,
What was that?
I could not disagree with you anymore, Armin.
I'm a one woe man show.
Whoa.
Whoa. It is, except for actually, I do have some help. Actually, this is my platform.
Beautiful.
That's rock.
Yeah, that is my sidekick. He does a very good job of being patient. Doing things when I tell him to do things, which is not usually something that I would normally do.
Get out of my way.
Yeah,
Move it.
when it's
Turn
live,
the
it's
TV
live.
off, I'm
Yeah.
doing a live show. I'm like, I bought this house because I can sit on my line and watch TV. She takes me away.
You need something better to do all day. I brighten up his world too.
Hey, Gabby and Carrie, just like we tell our listeners, we should do the same. Let's share this bad boy on our.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Hey,
We
Melanie,
want to share the show.
before we get started, I got to tell you, you know who your number one fan is over here?
Who?
My wife, Vivian.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're having a quick dinner, and she's like, literally, tell Melanie I want to hang out with her.
Absolutely, I'm in. Are you going to bring her down to the DR too?
Oh my God! You know what? I think if I didn't take her, she'd kill me. Yeah.
Smart woman.
She's
I
like,
like
hey,
her already.
Wow.
she literally said also, she goes, if you talk to Carlito, tell him I'd like to have him over for dinner. You know,
Oh, that's so sweet.
it's so cute. Yeah,
She's the best, man. Vivian is the
We're
best. You
blessed.
realize
Very
that,
much
right?
so, yeah.
I love all these women I'm getting to meet. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Good women behind the men.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Hey, I'm blessed.
Especially in an industry like the cigar industry. So yeah,
I couldn't
it
do
is
any of it
fabulous.
couldn't do any of it without Jennifer. Lord knows.
Jennifer's awesome, man.
See that?
She is.
She's the workhorse. She's the creative genius behind everything. I just sit here and look stupid and talk.
Are you the looks and she's the brains?
She's got the brains and the looks.
Okay, good.
I don't know what
Right
the hell
out of
I
the
am,
gate.
Gabby.
Right
I don't know
out of
what
the gate.
I don't know what I am.
So I almost, you know what? I get into these shows and I start talking with you guys and I forget that there's all this huge audience. So hello, everybody. John and Tim, what's up, guys? Chris, thanks for joining. Chris Bailey and
Allison.
Francis has a question for you. So whenever he gets ready to post his question, I'll look at it first. We'll see if it's good enough.
Ready,
But
ready.
But why don't you guys why don't we do, you guys all have different things going on, right? I mean, I'm guessing, well, I'm not guessing actually. What I collected from the information is that each one makes cigars?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you also,
Gabby, round robin. Go ahead.
yeah.
All right, so I guess I'll start it off. I'm Gabby. I'm from. It's funny. I feel like I'm on the dating game. 19,
You are.
19
Oh, it's gonna get better later on.
1980s flashback, right?
Where would you take me on our first date and why?
No, but
Olive
gosh,
Garden.
man. Born and raised in Honduras, the capital city, Tegucigalpa. I'm third generation Honduran, which is really, really, really cool because I've never met anybody else that can say that. They're third generation. We've been there since 1901.
Wow.
And I love Honduras. I love the people. I love the country. People don't realize that Honduras is a lot more than what the media tells us, which is the most dangerous country in the world. Don't go there because you'll die. You know, it's not really that bad if you know where you're going. That's another show. But I've always loved Honduran coffee, tobacco, the family history. Just seeing my uncles. I have 7 uncles that they've all passed. God rest them, you know.
Yeah.
But tobacco's always been a big tobacco, whiskey, and coffee. I guess those are the trifecta for us, you know.
Tobacco, whiskey, and coffee. There's got to be a joke in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, it's
Or
usually have
definitely
to.
a show. How about that?
It's definitely something that the way I see it is anything you consume, you have to be passionate about. I don't know. That's just the way I see things. This is stuff you're putting in your mouth, in your body. You're enjoying it for an hour. It's something you got to be passionate about it. You can't just not any tobacco is good tobacco. And for me, I saw Honduras taking a back seat to Nicaragua, and that lit a fire under my ass. Excuse my language. But yeah, Nicaragua just blew up the past 20 years, and Honduras was like the stepchild in the cigar industry.
Wow.
And a few have stepped in and really put it at the forefront again. So I give credit to them, and you know we're doing what we can. But to me, it's just a history in the living, you know, a history lesson in the making. I mean, so we want to put cigars in the coffee because we also are in the coffee business. But for us, it's about putting Honduras at the front of the line and making people realize that we do put out quality products, and the people are out.
We're living in history.
Mhm.
Yes.
Don't a lot of those I mean, people that are building the cigars and and making the coffee, but they that's their whole life work. That's where I think it's almost like a different kind of culture for them, where as some of us go to a job and don't think twice about it.
Yeah, they're born into. So Honduras has 27 different municipalities, right? Imagine the state of Florida. We have different counties, and each municipality is kind of known for something. One might be known for coffee, another one for tobacco. You might have one that's known for corn. So if you're born in each one of those respective municipalities, like that's all you know, because most people don't really travel.
Yeah.
And where the cigar factories are in Honduras, the majority of them, that's really all it is tobacco and coffee and the occasional corn and whatever crop rotations they're doing. Most tobacco farmers rotate crops to keep the soil in optimal condition with nutrients. But yeah, it's every country's different. That's why I love, when I hear people talking about the DR or Nicaragua with its black volcanic soil, and it's just those countries. You can literally travel those countries. You could spend a month in each country and you won't see everything.
Well, I bet the
Wow.
tomatoes are good in Nicaragua.
Maybe. So, all right. So, Gabby, so what is it? What made you want to decide? Like, I mean, was it just like taste, or you just wanted to preserve the culture, that part of the Honduras? But did you ever like smoke a cigar and then go, I could totally make something completely better than all of this?
So that's a pretty tough question.
Careful how you
That's-
answer that one,
So
Papa.
I would say
yeah,
I got
like
invited to the DR.
that was the longest Bachelor #1 question. You would have been booted off the show
I know, man. I would have
immediately.
bugged the hell out of you, boy.
Okay, Bachelor 1. What's your name again?
Felipe.
I said, where
We're
were
out
you
of
gonna
time.
where were you gonna take me to dinner? What the hell? I want my
Exactly.
first date.
Well, wait a
I'll
minute,
keep
I
I'll keep it
forget
short
now
and
because
sweet.
If I'm sitting here with her and I'm the bachelor, you guys are the contestants.
Oh yeah, that's funny too.
I'm asking the questions now.
Oh my gosh. So, all right. So, moving on. Let's go, Armin. Go ahead and
Yeah.
give us some background.
Contestant number
Armin
2.
Caprielian, co-owner of DAV Cigars. I enjoy underwater basket weaving, and I hate okra. I'm actually a fourth
Okra.
generation New Yorker, but with an Armenian descent.
Yeah.
Today's actually Armenian Independence Day, so to all my people out there, happy Independence Day.
Oh,
Yeah,
shoot.
boy.
Ah,
Let's see. In real estate for most of my life until one of my oldest, dearest friends, brother, somebody I look up to, Val. These guys know who he is. He's my partner, and we have always had a love for cigars. Been smoking 30 years, and we just decided to jump in the industry 5 years ago. We were able to find and hook up with a gem of a factory in DR and struck a deal, and here we are, trying to make a name for ourselves.
I have a question.
How'd I do?
for
How'd I
Armin.
do? How'd I do?
You
I
did
have a
good.
question.
Gabby's got a question
Great.
for Bachelor #2 though.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
bachelor number 2. I
You
would
like-
like to
Bachelor
know,
number
how would you compare a cigar to a woman?
Ooh. Well, I'll tell you, because there are similarities. Because what happens if you're not attentive to this cigar, and if you let it go out, it loses, right? It goes out, it loses its flame, right? Just
Aw.
like
Aw.
if you're not attentive to her, and if you don't keep
Damn.
that fire going.
Let me write that
See?
one down. Hold on.
See? Perfect timing right there. There you go, brother. Take notes.
There you go.
Okay.
That was good. You stumbled through that one. That was good though, Armin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Whew. You're not in sales, are you?
Not at all.
Well, I find if you push them too hard,
Yeah.
like smoking
Yeah,
a
seriously.
cigarette,
This is
yeah,
just
they
a
start
hobby.
to burn.
Oh,
This is just a puppy.
but on. Okay, so
Where are you from? In New York.
New York, born and raised, Queens, New
Where?
York.
Queens.
Regal Park, Forest
Oh.
Hills.
I like the Queen.
I'm originally from Bergen County, New Jersey.
I have so many friends in New Jersey and Bergen County. I kid you not.
Ah, cool.
What
It's
was
like
that
being-
mall? That famous mall?
Paramus.
Paramus.
Garden State Mall.
Garden State Ball.
Oh, that's where the
Not
movie was
State
named
Plaza.
after.
My brother actually just did 2 shows there. One with a band called Almost Queen, and the other was Southside Johnny and the Jukes.
Almost Queen. What was it? What, like a cover band for?
Yeah. The guy
Queen.
looks just like Freddie Mercury too. He's got
Wow.
Wow.
I
That's
mean,
cool.
My brother said they were great.
That's awesome.
Let me know next time you're up my way.
Will do.
Oh, so I'm sorry, but Gabby got to me first, so this is what I'm smoking.
Hey, no fair, man. Well, he lives. Well, I'll tell you what. I
That
will.
man got me cigars in about less than 24 hours. I was like, "What? How does this? I need his mailing skills. I gotta like work out my logistics better."
Well, I want to send you guys cigars to try, and as promised, if we're still going to do this game,
Mhm.
I do have a sampler pack. I do have one of these bad boys. I have a hat and
Oh,
drum roll. Sorry, I'm using it, but I have an ashtray.
that's beautiful.
You
Ooh,
just
show
increased
me.
the value, Armin. You're
Wait,
using
wait,
the
wait.
ashtray.
Let me see if we can see it better. Hold on one second. Do this. Oh, I
Sorry.
don't know
Very sexy, Armin.
Me or the ashtray?
No, the ashtray. I'm just kidding.
Ah, I kind of knew that was the answer, but you know.
I'm just kidding. What are my favorite people on screen with Ian? That's neat. He likes all of you guys.
Wow.
So
Oh, nice, Ian. What's up, brother?
Good up here. Dr.
All right,
Rodriguez.
So okay, Kirk, go ahead and why don't you go ahead and tell us what you've got going on?
Well, I live in South Carolina. Live down here with my fiance and our kids. Originally from Pennsylvania, closer to Philadelphia, more the center part of the state, you know, where it's Kentucky, in between Philly and Pittsburgh. Moved down here about 8 years ago. Started just traveling through with work. I've been in medical sales for, over 20 years.
Oh wow, what kind of medical spells?
Everything from pharmaceuticals to devices to clinical trials to anything.
Nice.
A couple of different gigs right now, clinical trials. And started off just visiting cigar lounges and doing reviews on cigar lounges, and got the opportunity to meet Gabby and became great friends with Gabby. And thought about...
How'd you and Gabby meet?
We met through a mutual friend,
Yes.
Duncan Ramon Echevarria.
It was arranged, I think.
It was arranged friendship.
Oh, an arranged.
Yes.
Arranged.
Wow.
I was I was a mail order friend.
I was a
mail order friend.
Now you're on the dating game.
Yeah, it didn't work out. Now you're on the
It didn't work out. Exactly, didn't work out. They couldn't find a box.
It's an
big enough to
open
fit me in.
relationship, from what I gathered.
Yes.
I'm ruling those two out.
Yeah. They couldn't find a box big enough to fit me in. So,
That's funny.
so Gabby and I became friends, and I thought about wanting to release a cigar. He mentioned it, and we kind of went back and forth. We probably talked about it for almost about a year. Talking about the blends and what I wanted to do, and that's how I came about coming out with Stogie Road cigars and coming out with the Barber Pole series.
Oh, ¿qué pasó?
You all right there, Armin?
That was
Yeah, I think I have a dysfunctional
The
chair
hell?
that's not cooperating
go?
with me. I was like,
Armin went 1 minute without attention, so he had to make a loud splash over
it's
there.
the new furniture
Oh,
in my
this is
my living
great.
room.
Is that what it is? All that beautiful furniture and your shit sitting on a shitty chair. Look at that.
It looked like an earthquake from here, Armin.
It was. You were the only thing shaking, though.
Hey, no.
It did look like that. You were the only one shaking. That's funny.
Yeah. So that's how I came up with Stogie Road cigars.
Yeah.
And the cigars are produced down at in Honduras at Gabby's factory. And we work pretty closely with the blends. And it's been a great trip so far, with a lot of great things coming out at the end of the year and into 2021.
Yes.
They're calling you the Russian bride.
Oh.
I am actually my great grandmother. My grandfather's on the in the box, but his parents, my great grandmother, was a mail order bride from Czechoslovakia.
What?
Can you please,
Wow.
Yep, my great grandfather, who was an entrepreneur, and he was a big cigar smoker, and he opened up the first car dealership and did all that stuff. He was Czechoslovakian or Slovakian, and they basically, back in those days, it was mail order bride. She came over and
Wow.
they got married, and the rest is history.
Cool.
She's probably feeling lucky.
Those are the best marriages, man. They last forever, I bet.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, you don't. There's no reasoning in it. It's just it is what it is. This is, don't
Especially
back
back
off.
in those days.
It's like being a dog.
Show people the box with your grandpa on it, because I don't think that they can appreciate it from where we're sitting.
Right. Well,
Oh,
I
yeah,
do have a
for
box.
sure.
I was going to point out that, like Armin, I do have a giveaway. We do have a T-shirt, the Stogie Road
My
Rest Stop
man.
T-shirt,
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
and we do have a sampler pack too of the Sweetgrass Gringo, which is the only Connecticut and Candela barber pole, and the
Oh, nice.
Edition 35. But that's what the box looks like on the inside.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna try that.
Great artwork.
Very nice.
And little known fact, this picture in the front, which you can't see, that's all green screen. Jesus, look at that. Isn't that crazy? That's all the green screen on.
You're good.
But this
Yeah.
this picture, the front, when Gabby and I were designing the box, we went back and forth with the artwork, And Gabby and I went on a road trip. We were down in Charleston, South Carolina. Drove up to Greenville, where I live, which is about 3 hours. And we stopped in a small town of Orangeburg at a cigar lounge. And as we were walking across the street, Gabby said, "Stop! Lean against that post." And I was like, "What are you going to do?"
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
a little scared, right?
Pimping you out.
Lean against that post. Put your leg up.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Start saying $20. No.
Come back with 1,000.
And he said, "Here, take a, get a cigar." And he took a couple of pictures.
Like,
And
yeah.
when we were trying to come up with the box thing, I said, "Gabby," I ran it through like a real cheapo, one of those apps that turns it into a drawing. And I sent it to him, and he's
Okay.
like, "That's perfect." So then he went through and went through Adobe Illustrator and cleaned it all up, and that's how we came up with the box cover. This is literally in Orangeburg,
super
South
cool.
Carolina, a picture that he took with his iPhone.
Yeah. Pretty
That's
weird.
how fucking great that picture is. And the inside is a picture of my grandfather from 1938 over a map of Greenville from 1938.
Wow, cool.
That is super cool. Well, and that you guys are quite a trio. So, how did you all meet? Did you all meet together, or who introduced who?
I was just a fan of Gabby. I was in his fan club for many years, and it was my dream to.
Yeah.
Actually, all joking aside,
Can you mute him? Mute him.
No way. There's no meeting on this show.
Just kidding. So, but in all honesty, when my partner and I got into this, it was the perfect storm. It was everything happening with the FDA, and there were a lot of hoops to jump through, and we just decided we were going to dive right into this industry, and we knew of Dr. Gabby Caffey and the BCA, the Boutique Cigar Association, and we needed a little guidance in certain areas, so I called, and he called me back within 5-10 minutes, and he was on the phone with me the first time for a good 45 minutes, and he was just very informative. He was just very open about discussing things, and just you kind of feel the person's energy that's on the phone with you, and so that kind of kept dialogue going, and then after that it just rolled, and it was through Gabby that I met Carrie, and now fast forward, I'm honored to be in an industry where I get to work with these two guys, and I can say in all honesty, I consider them not just friends but brothers.
Thank you, man.
So this is definitely a true blessing. This is the only part of the show I'm going to be serious because you asked, and that's the honest answer.
Well, that is great. So that
was the
gets
honest
me
answer.
to the next conclusion of finding out
Uh-oh.
you guys work together. So you're on a cigar show together. What else do you do together?
I can't discuss that on the air, Melanie.
Okay. Not all of it. We don't want the TMI.
Oh,
Well,
all right.
considering that Armin's in New York, I'm in South Carolina, and Gabby's
Yeah.
in Miami, we literally are 3 major pinpoints on the East Coast, and really not close to any of us. So,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've gone down and visited Gabby a few times. He's got a great family and very gracious host. We get together and we just hang out and
There's
smoke
Vivian.
cigars. And I haven't had a chance to actually meet Armin in person yet. Actually, I met Armin. I met you through Gabby, but I also met Val first.
Right.
Val,
Right.
I had Val. We did the DAV online virtual cigar event a couple of years ago.
That's right. And technically, Val did meet Gabby. He went to his house and had the pleasure of meeting his beautiful family when he was in Florida. But I'm going to open up the Pandora's box. Last year's Intertabac, the big expo in Germany.
That was fun.
Gabby and I decided to go together, and we got an Airbnb.
Oh my
that's
God,
so
that-
nice.
Yeah.
And you
It
never
was,
left.
No, I never left.
It's right there behind you.
We're still
What
there.
happens in Dortmund stays in Dortmund. But
Guten
that's
Tag.
when I first met him, and wow, it's been a year. It's been a year, man.
Oh, Carlita's in the house now. So is Daniel. Hi, Daniel. We see you guys.
Carlito, what's up?
Enjoy.
Maestro.
Well, thanks to you guys for what you put together that we're able to be on here and
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah.
What?
So thanks for all you guys
It's a little bit
do.
different, yeah.
You guys have
Oh.
really put together a great cast.
Oh,
The
man.
best cast.
I hope so. I hope we win an award for the show. That would be awesome. But to tell you the truth, I'm not the one who did that. I just get to join in on the fun. But it is mostly Jeremiah and Jose is the one who reached. They
Beautiful.
reached out and get all those the special guests in there. And then of course I do a lot of the technical stuff finding the
Well,
platform.
what's really cool is that I like all of you. Because if I didn't like one person, I would tell you. I love
That's good.
Gabby, I
Jose's
thought
the
the
one.
show with you was great a couple of weeks ago.
What's that?
I thought the show with you was great a couple of weeks ago.
Thank
the
you,
Professor
man.
Show.
Thanks
Yeah.
a lot. That's huge. I appreciate
It
that.
was a great show.
Jose Blanco had a blend about 7 years ago called CYB that he made at Joya de Nicaragua, and you know
Oh.
he was doing stuff with tobacco that I didn't think you could at that time. And mind you, it was only 7 years ago because he started using Peruvian tobacco in some of his blends, and most of us just know Honduras, Nicaragua, the DR, and Mexico, right?
Yeah.
And then you got guys that just come in and just disrupt the whole blending. And he did a few blends, man, that really impressed me. And that's when I started getting interested in getting into the business, is when I came across Jose Blanco's blending styles.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
I was actually calling the factory in Honduras because Alejandro Martinez is actually related to my wife's side of the family. So I'm like, Vivian, call your uncle, tell him to send you a box, you know? So it was some crazy stuff, just the right people at the right time,
Yeah.
you know, and everybody was so loving and open arms that we try to do the same when we have somebody that wants to get in the business or the industry. You don't just jump in and produce a cigar. It's a process. And
God knows.
it's like playing a sport, I would imagine. You got to.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it brings so many questions to my head because I have that entrepreneur type spirit. And when I think of all the cigars out there and all of the, I guess your competition and the things and, I think that the industry is evolving, but it's a little slow in its evolution. So I would scare me to death. So I'm like impressed by you guys that go out and actually make. And, but I am also aware that there's many, many, many different tastes out there.
Big time.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
definitely, first and foremost, Gabby touched on it. You better have a passion for this industry. Don't come into it with ideas of grandeur. You're not going to be like this big superstar coming in. Yeah, exactly. You're going to land flat on your face. You kind of have to have a bit nerves of steel because there are going to be ups and downs, many obstacles, especially like the big hurdle that we got through with the FDA. And cheers again to Senor Frente, who's watching, and Gabby, a lot of the guys,
Everybody, yeah.
who wanted our voices heard and really made an impact. But no, you have to roll up your sleeves in this industry and really, really commit to it. Otherwise, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I understand that. That's definitely true for us. I would say a lot of entrepreneurs.
But it's so much fun.
I
It
think
must
it's
be.
fun.
I mean, there's got to be something that's really like fun. So let's talk about the fun part of it.
Well, the one
Rock
thing
and
I'll
roll.
say before we get into the fun part is you can't get into this industry and expect your first or second year to depend on the income. But there is
No.
no income.
There's
Yeah.
income in this industry?
Oh Lord, don't say that.
That's the rumor.
I didn't get the memo on that
Didn't
one.
get the memo on that one? Yeah, me neither.
No.
That's great. Okay, so
Sure.
now the final project was Boutique Cigar Association, or how did that? So you guys are all part of the.
Yeah.
How'd he start?
Gabby, this is your baby.
Yeah, but I've answered it so many times. If you guys feel comfortable,
Feel
Well,
comfortable
honestly,
with the boutique
look,
cigar
as I
association?
said earlier, it was the BCA. It was because of the BCA that I initially reached out to Gabby because, I mean, especially in the beginning, the things that he would write and or publish online and a lot of posts because you can kind of tell that he wasn't doing this for any ulterior motive except for um, really helping out, having a platform of voice and guidance for boutiques such as DAV Cigars, such as Stogie Roads, and that's what it was. And that's something. I'm not going to bore everybody with that, but I'm also involved in the community here in New York and the Armenian community. So I know what that's like. It's a very selfless act. Um, and that's what initially drew me to Gabby and my partner Val, who's exactly the same. He was always somebody that I looked up to in the community. And I said, wow, he's a one-man show trying to grow his own business, but he'll take the time and he'll put in the effort to really help and guide and educate, so on and so forth. So I was like, okay, this is something that I feel comfortable with. It speaks to me. It's something I want to be a part of. And then, of course, helping people, whether it's advice on being compliant with the FDA, whether it's getting started, whatever it is, right? It's to have, I use this as a platform for everybody to have a voice. So
None of
what
it
am I
would have
missing,
been,
Carrie?
no,
What's
no,
that?
no,
What am I missing, man?
none of it would have been possible without Carrie being there since the beginning. Because if I had an idea, I'd bounce it off of him. And
I was gonna say it's your first call. I mean, I
Yeah.
I like to pretend that I was the only call. That's what I tell
no,
myself.
it was you were the
But
first call.
but he called me. He's like, I got this idea, and he started talking about the Boutique Cigar Association, and I remember it because Duncan was here with me. Because we were doing a show, and then he left, and Gabby and I just continued the conversation, and really got a chance to be there during the early stages of building it, the vision, and then the launch of the Boutique Cigar Association. So it was pretty interesting because we all got together and had this. I remember talking to Gabby saying, "Look, we got to have that. What's the what is the immediate goal of the BCA? What is the mid-range goal of the BCA, and then what is going to be the long-term goal of the BCA?" And through the progression where we are today, it's actually hit all the marks, if not probably progressing faster than what we thought.
Wow, that's awesome.
So I want
The
to say,
beautiful thing, Melanie, is that it's a nonprofit organization, but we are charging $100,000 initial initiation fee.
Oh, what's the address?
Oh,
So,
this is great.
I think what's important is when the FDA dropped the regulations on the cigar industry, their definition of a small business was a company that generates $2 to $5 million a year in revenues. And I could tell you right now, the companies that are members of the Boutique Cigar Association, we have 67 companies, and they're all of them are under 2 million a year, all of them. So I think the real passion was twofold. A, the FDA didn't have a good idea of how many family businesses were in our industry, because you have so many big companies that just take the limelight that the FDA doesn't really have time to say, okay, who else is in here? So we had to create an association to say, hey guys, we exist and you're going to put us out of business, which at the end of the day really is what happened. Is they got to hear our voice and realize that, holy crap, we're going to put a lot of people out of business. And number two is, holy crap, I didn't realize how many products all these little companies had. So at the end of the day, I think we had something like 50,000 SKUs that the FDA would have to review, and they freaked out and literally told the court in Maryland, hey, we need to postpone this. We didn't realize, unlike a cigarette company that might only have one or two or three products, in the premium cigar industry, my small company alone has 96 different cigars that we produce, and it's crazy. So
Yeah. Well,
the
that's what's.
BCA
It's kind of funny is that's what I mean. It speaks to a lot of to a scaling actually. I mean, if you think about it, how do we expect governments to actually know what's going on out there everywhere with everybody, to know what every industry, is capable of, or what they're actually doing, or the amount of reach, or, we're expecting this one person to know everything. Like, that's not possible. So that's why we have to all get on board and, become members and do our, make sure that we explain and educate everybody else as well.
The
Oh,
government's
Gabby,
the government's
100%.
stupid because I say that just because the government's stupid.
I like how you said it. That's great.
Government's stupid. Well, I know, right? That was Armin. That was Armin who said that. Armin, stop saying that.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Gabby, what you said a few
Hold-
weeks
hold on, let
ago,
me
that,
finish.
that it's not just what the small companies in the U.S. like yours, it's the economic impact to Honduras, Nicaragua,
the ripple
DR,
effect.
all of that.
Yeah,
it's a
it
huge
is
ripple
ripple
effect. And as Gabby said, and I say the government's stupid just because they send their focus groups out, or they send someone out and they gather information, and they believe, as Gabby said, a small business, and then they put a number on it, and that number is above the watermark of where we are. So we're sitting there going, okay, great. That's not necessarily true, and their understanding of a small business in the cigar industry is about as strong as their understanding of a premium cigar, which we found out in a substantial equivalent. So you have to get an organization like the Boutique Cigar Association to get a lot of voices together and to have some representation in Washington to be able to put a number of faces, to a name, to be able to say, okay, this is how it's going to impact us. And as people started realizing the impact it was going to have on small, truly small cigar business, it started to hit home, because it just wasn't going to be, boy, we're going to take a walloping this year. This is really going to hit the wallet. It's going to be like, well, you know what? I'm going to have to go to Waffle House and put in my resume, because this is going to just completely decimate us.
This is the third time you're bringing up Waffle House. Is there something going on?
That's because I saw that picture, man. The kid, it just looked like Armin. I swear to God, I walked out. I was like, that's Armin.
You know what this guy does? He actually takes a picture of the guy, sends it to me. He goes, "What the hell are you doing working at Waffle?"
I put an Armin name tag on him too. He's a good-looking kid.
Oh my God, that's great.
All right, we'll go with that.
All right, so we're gonna get into this game now. Okay, so I think so. You guys, we're gonna play. I don't know. I really am not. To tell you the truth, I have no clue how to play the Newlywed Game. But
Guys, I'm going to try not to offend anybody, but if I do, I apologize in advance.
It's not the newlywed game. That's another.
Yes, Gabby snores.
so this is pretty much. I am going.
In the back of my Toyota.
Oh my God! On your way to Waffle House.
I don't
I don't think the listeners are ready, but hey, whatever. Here we go.
I don't know.
Oh,
what
she's
the
getting
stick is
serious
for
with the
now.
equipment too, man.
Smothered and covered.
Serious business.
All right, so
Getting nervous.
here's how the points are gonna go. So we're gonna have, and I guess I don't know how we're gonna do the giveaways, but we're gonna find some way to give it away. But this is gonna be points. So each of you guys are gonna get points for answering questions about each of the other person.
That's awesome.
All right, so hand me that board so I can keep up with their score.
I think I know both of you pretty well.
I don't know, man.
We're gonna find out soon enough.
It's either going to be really cool or really embarrassing. We may have to cancel Friday's show after this.
We're gonna be all grumpy on the show on
Be
Friday.
like, "Freaking no one knows about me. You don't know me.
Yeah.
You don't know me, Armin.
I'll get on so you can blame me. There you go. You can
Who
blame me.
are you?
I thought you knew me, Armin."
Okay,
How
so
could
we're
you?
gonna start. We'll start with Gary. Okay.
Thank God, because Gary's not here.
It's a
I'm
combination
just
of
saying.
Gabby and
Okay,
Gary.
listen. I've been called everything under the sun. I respond
love
to
it.
anything.
All right. Okay. So Gary, what would Care prefer in the summer? Would you rather go to the beach or go camping?
Oh,
Sun's
man.
out, guns out.
You're not supposed to answer it.
I didn't answer it. How do you know I didn't give you a deceiving
No,
answer? You should know. You should know me, Armin.
But is Gabby supposed to answer that?
Look,
Who knows? Gabby's going to answer them all.
this is
Wait.
it's a quick one, and I'll tell you why. Listen, A, he doesn't live close to the beach. B, he's closer to the mountains. he's a kind of a nature boy. He likes to be out in the sun, flexing his muscles. So I'm going to say camping. Hands down,
Okay.
camping.
Does he get it right, Care?
What would I rather do?
Yeah, camping.
Yeah,
or-
yeah.
I would
Yeah.
rather go. I'd rather go camping.
Woo!
Oh!
Point. All right. Okay. All right. So now,
You
next,
got a point, Gabby.
Gabby got a point. All right. So let's see.
Armin, you gotta be
Okay.
fast with your buzzer, bro.
All right. This is for Armin. Okay, Armin.
Uh-oh.
This question is for Gabby.
Okay.
If he could only eat one food for the rest of his life, what would it be?
Oh, I know. Can I answer?
Yes. Go ahead.
I just asked him tonight, so go ahead.
Hummus.
No.
So freaking close.
Oh,
So freaking
chickies
close,
in.
man.
Moussaka.
Mussolini? I don't know.
What's your answer, Gabby?
Oh, I thought
No, it's about him. You got to answer. Come on,
This
stick with
is
the program,
Armin's
bro.
thing.
Who's get our
It's
Carol's
obvious-
gonna get the point. I'll give it the point for anybody.
Gabby, you're supposed to.
No.
No.
food.
The question's about Gabby.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to answer.
Carrie was so close.
Fuck. Come on,
Yeah.
Armin.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Hi.
okay, hold on.
You're Armin. You're with
I
DAV
recently-
Cigars. You have
I
a partner,
recently
Val.
Guacamole.
Guacamole.
No, I
No,
recently
no,
posted
no.
it
It's
on
not.
Facebook.
It's not.
God.
It is.
I recently posted it on Facebook, man.
Somebody said Doma.
Yes, yes.
What is that?
It's stuffed grape leaves. I love it.
Oh man, that was.
Oh, stuffed
it was.
grape
fuck.
leaves.
It was
Oh my-
between that and stuffed grape leaves. Was
Carrie
hummus and grape
got
leaves.
it.
They all knew it.
I was gonna say. Kebabs, and then I said, "Let me be a wise ass." I was actually gonna say apple strudel. Sorry,
Oh, I
apple
love apple
strudel.
strudels actually.
Oh, man.
Gabby was having apple strudel in Germany. Yeah.
Strudel.
Oh, strudel.
Ich bin Eis for du.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay. This is okay. So, did we
Give-
give Armin?
give-
Nope. Nobody got a
Give
point.
Carrie a point. He got it. He was so close.
Nah, it was actually David or
I don't know
John.
how hummus is close to.
It's nowhere
grape
close.
leaves,
Grape
yeah.
leaves.
but-
Fuck. Thank you, but
Seriously, that
Maybe
was
it's the same
good,
culture.
man.
Trust me, I have plenty of questions.
it was one of those two.
I
One of
went on
those
a
two,
blind
man.
date with a producer for CNN's White House team, and we were at the Old Ebbitt Grill in D.C. And first time, she asked me, if you were stuck on the island for the rest of your life, what would you eat? And I said, pizza.
Thought he
And she goes,
would.
you got to be more
So
specific.
true.
I said, sausage pizza. And then she kind of failed me. She goes, no, you need your vegetables.
No, I'm with you. That if
First
it was
or
asked
last
to me,
date.
I would have said pizza because as a New Yorker, come on, we do get the best.
Exactly.
That's
yes,
funny.
sir.
So see, Armin, the way this goes, the next question is about you, and then Gabby and I have to try and get. I'm just helping.
Wow, I love
Thanks.
it.
Thanks,
I need to hear
Carrie.
more often. All right. So
Thanks, Kerry.
I think it's Care Bear. Care Bear. It's just Care. All right. So
There.
Been called
You know that's
everything,
gonna
Armin.
stick now, right?
Dude, come on.
What is the
Care
name
Bear.
of What is
Carrie's
the
the
name of
bear.
the teddy bear that Armin sleeps with?
that's great.
Care
All right.
Bear.
So
Legacy with Gabby Armin and Care Bear.
I picked a New
Creasy
Yorker.
Bear. He said that name is Creasy Bear.
Oh, you're so nice.
okay. All right. Back to the game. All right. Which meal is Armin's favorite? Is it breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
I lived with the guy for a week,
There
but
you-
I'll let Carrie answer.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Give the guess. There's only 3. You're going to pick one. I got to choose from 2.
I'm curious to know which one you guess.
For Armin, breakfast,
you answer?
breakfast, lunch, or dinner? He's New Yorker. I have to say dinner.
Oh man, I think it's breakfast.
Dinner.
Are you shitting me?
Dinner.
You lied to me.
Did you
Oh,
not see
see,
me
I'm
eat
glad
every
you
2
would've
hours
done
in
that.
Germany?
You
Did you not see what I would eat at dinner?
Yeah.
You and I were the hangriest people ever after the
Hangriest.
show.
He went through like a 40-minute story about not eating down in the Dominican Republic, and he has to eat every 2 hours and realizing he's got to carb up before he goes to sleep.
Armin, it just
My buddy
goes to
Nas
show.
is even watching, and he even wrote Shalimar Diner, which would have been even more specific. Thanks, Nas. Thanks, bro.
I don't know you that well.
Oh,
No,
this is
so-
awesome. Okay, who's next? I think that the next person is get back to Gabby. We're going back to Gabby. All right, so let's see. All right, so what are Gabby's pet peeves?
Hold, how long do we have?
Show.
Not that long, but we can go a little
Freaking
over
Gabby's good.
now.
I will
Go
be
ahead.
the first one to
Go to
answer
bathroom,
that.
Gabby.
I have to answer that. There's a very, very long list, but I think at the top of the list is cheap people.
Yep, cheap
Oh,
people.
yeah.
Good, good.
Cheap
good,
people.
good.
Cheap.
Yes.
That's-
See, Gabby?
all right, so
You
there's
got me?
definitely a point. There's Armin.
You
You're back on
guys-
the.
you
You're back
guys-
on the leaderboard now. All
Come
right.
back.
If he's
Come
on the
back.
leaderboard, what board am I on?
Shuffleboard.
You're on another board.
You're on a
You're on
shuffleboard.
another board, bro.
Hey, this is the Cisco show, okay?
Okay.
Just kidding.
That's right.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so this would be for we're back to Gabby or no?
A million. Armin's
Care
turn.
Bear.
Yep. All right.
It's
So
Care
this
Bear.
one's about
Oh,
care.
whatever.
Yep. This one's for about Care Bear.
It's not about
All
you,
right.
Armin.
What's your favorite sleeping position?
Oh. God,
Who has
you
to-
know what? He's lost some weight recently, so it might have changed. Carrie's the big boy, man. He's the guy you don't want to pick a fight with because you better run fast.
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
football. This is an ex-football player right here.
I'm thinking
His
he sleeps
favorite-
on his side with a pillow between his legs.
That'd be
I'm
so-
gonna say he's got one of those Craftmatic adjustable beds, and he's like this.
Actually, you know what? You can give him both a point
Oh my gosh.
because I do sleep.
Oh.
I do sleep on my side,
Uh-huh.
and I do have a Craftmatic adjustable bed. We've gone back and forth. We got the sleep number bed. Jennifer didn't like it, so we got the Craftmatic adjustable bed for the head and feet because her back's bad. And
Seriously?
I swear to God, yeah.
That is awesome. Armin!
Look at that. Your fucking
Wow.
sarcasm finally paid off,
Wow.
Armin.
Wonder Twin Power, activate.
Form of an idiot.
Should be on the Craftmatic commercial.
Your sarcasm paid off there, Armin. Good job.
Okay.
You know
All
the
right,
funny
this-
thing is, I'm kind of serious. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. This one's for Armin. I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're
All
back to Armin.
All right. How does Armin take his coffee?
Oh. I think we know. Go ahead.
Do we?
No, go right ahead.
No, please.
He does a cold
he
brew.
can't
A cold
answer about
brew.
himself.
No, I think Armin takes his coffee black,
Straight black.
straight black.
Am I right? Cold brew? What every
So
freaking night your life's
disappointed in
showing-
you.
I
You're
don't think
showing
cold
off.
brew is an equal like that's not
cream
an
and
answer. is
sugar.
it? Cold
In
brew.
bed?
Café con leche y un azúcar. Milk and one sugar. That's how I take my coffee.
Milk and one sugar. All right, so nobody got
Yep.
that. Okay.
With scotch.
Nas, man, now he's killing me. He's writing with scotch. He's gonna make me sound like the non-drinker, the alcoholic.
Okay, here's the good one. All right. If
It's about Gabby.
this is about Gabby. If he could have any exotic animal as a pet, what would it be?
A chinchilla because he likes to wear fur coats.
That's funny.
Sasquatch.
If Sasquatch. If Gabby could have an exotic animal, I would say he would have a monkey so he could train it to pack packages and tape
Back
stuff.
orders.
Pack orders.
He's got two monkeys on the podcast.
I never thought about
Mm.
that. Guys, you're leaving Chihuahua. What my
It's not an exotic animal. It's a dog.
How is that an exotic animal, man?
Yeah.
Mexican?
It is
That doesn't
Mexican.
count, man.
Yeah. That's like my dog.
You know what Gabby's missing is a big freaking fish tank behind his desk with a shark in it.
Yeah.
He'd have a shark in the
Yeah.
back.
Yes.
So I got to share with you guys a little something about
Uh-oh.
our family that nobody really knows because I never talk about it. But my uncles were all very, very eccentric, right? I had an uncle Simon. He had a pet tiger. And when he would travel from Miami to Honduras and back and forth, the tiger would travel with him and stay with him. And years later, I always knew this kind of stuff, and I went to visit my cousins in Honduras at
A liger.
they have like a compound where their business offices are at. And I parked the car and I'm like, they have a freaking petting zoo here. I spent like 20 minutes looking at all the animals. They had 2 bald eagles. They had a leopard, pumas, several tigers, and leopards also. I was in shock, man. The
I'm in the
animals
wrong
that they
business.
have there are mind blowing. So, and the reason that the cafes in Honduras are known for leopards because there's a foundation that the Caffey family established to preserve the animals in Honduras that are there.
Oh, is Kara
So-
playing with the cat in the back? Are you playing with
Yeah.
the cat back?
But I have a Chihuahua. I can only handle a
cat.
Chihuahua.
Meow.
Well, I have something better than that. I've got a Winston, and he is a Maltipoo. So he's a Maltese, Chihuahua, and Poodle. I call him my little black Mexican.
Oh,
I know, right,
Oh.
Armin? It's a total identity crisis.
That's right. That's right. You had a photo of. That's right. That's right. He's the one that runs after when you throw the ball. Yes.
Yes, yes. Usually he brings it back. Last night he was not so creative. Last night he decided to take it somewhere else.
And he's named after Winston Churchill.
And he's named after
No
Winston.
Very
shit.
nice.
There you go.
It is great. But
He's
this is
quite
not about
legal.
me. This is
We
about
don't
you,
get
gentlemen.
any points for that.
No.
Carrie, we didn't get any points, bro.
That was a tough one.
So I have some other cousins that had a little pet monkey, but they had to get rid of it because they had small children.
Yeah, okay. That's probably a good reason.
And
Yeah.
no, but the monkey had a problem. It was
Good
always
joke.
doing something when
Oh,
the
God.
kids. Yeah, it was not good. Like I literally saw it. The monkey was. Sorry, Mark. The monkey, and I'm not making this up. Vivian, are you watching? She'll tell you. His name was George, and they had to get rid of him because he.
I believe
Curious
you.
George, you had a.
He's curious, all right.
Very, very curious, George. Oh my lord. That's funny.
So no monkeys for me, Care.
All right, listen. I was thinking about the vertical integration of your company.
There
Oh,
was
my-
an orangutan named Mr. Jiggs in Ramsey, New Jersey,
Oh,
Oh,
God.
years ago that knew 500 English language words, and he used to bartend.
Oh, my
I
God.
kid you not, he'd serve people would order drinks and he'd serve them drinks.
there was one in Memphis that did art. But back to the questions. All right, guys. This is what we're gonna do next. This is a good one. This
What's
is a
the
really
score?
good.
Why don't you give us a score?
All right, the score is Carrie, you're behind.
What else is
Everybody
new?
else? Everybody else is tied.
Tied.
Tied. 2 for 2. 2 for 2. All right. So here's a great, great question, and this is for Care, or
Yeah.
is it for Care?
It's turn.
All right,
Yes.
it's your turn. So this is for him, and you guys have to answer it. And it is, what do you think, or what career advice would Care give himself, his younger self?
Oh wow!
Deep.
I'm behind, so I'm gonna lie if you get it right. But go ahead.
What
That's
career
funny.
advice?
That's,
You
they
know,
should know
I've
that.
known Care for
They
quite
would.
a
They should
while
know that you
now,
lie,
and
though.
He's a man that really is quite an achiever, self-accomplished, and really never, ever brings up. You know, I wish I would have done this different. So that's a freaking tough question.
I have 2 ideas. I actually have 2 ideas. One, if he continued with a career in the NFL, or B,
Yeah, sports
putting plastic tips on the ends of shoelaces.
Which are called agolets.
Remember
Oh my
this.
God.
Remember this word.
That was trivia right there. Give
Yahoo.com.
me a prize. Jeez.
I'm gonna go with football, maybe because you posted a photo with
Yeah.
Mom, right? And
Yeah.
you were in full uniform. I was like, oh my God, you look like Bosworth. Like, geez. So I'm gonna go with a professional football player.
No, Bosworth looked like me, but it's okay. Not. Oh, just kidding.
I'm leaning with the athletics. I really am because
Don't copy my answer.
Oh, fuck.
What advice would I give my younger self?
Yeah.
As a career choice.
As a career
Probably
choice?
Not to punch
About your
somebody.
career. It's career advice.
Career
What
advice?
Career advice would you give your younger self?
I
Pursue football.
Actually, well, athletics, not at all. I probably would have gone back and punched myself in the face. First of all, my younger me, I probably would have punched.
You punched everybody else.
We'll do that now. We can make up for
I
lost
would have
ground.
punched myself in the face. No, I probably would have. We actually just had the conversation the other night with my niece over, and I said, and Gabby, you're right. I don't look back and say shoulda, coulda, woulda, because all the decisions I've made, good and bad, have led me to this moment, which is I'm pretty blessed, to be here with all of you and be in the position I'm in with my family. So any decision that would have been altered or changed along the way could have changed where I am today. But if I had to go back, I would tell myself to go to pharmacy school.
Wow.
Oh, I think that's a great idea for a lot of people, actually.
I would go to pharmacy school and go through, because when you have your pharmacy, and now back then it was 4 years, you go 6 years, but now you get your PhD. You could do so much with that degree, other than being a retail pharmacist. Because I had that conversation with my niece the other night.
Did the
That's
show
so
Breaking
true.
the show Breaking Bad really had an influence on you?
It did.
Yeah, right.
Walter White.
He carries my pharmaceutical rep.
I just actually,
We
what's
got it.
funny is back in the day when I was actually a sales rep and I sold OxyContin, right?
Damn.
Oh, my Lord.
But we didn't have samples, right? I mean, but
Oh, okay.
Damn it, Jim.
obviously,
Yeah.
What's in your anti-shake case, Carrie?
well, that's what's funny is I was working in Maryland in this really by the hospital that was in a really bad area, and you always try to watch where you park because people always steal stuff and knock. So I was in there and I open up my trunk. This guy walks up to me and he's like, "Hey man, you got any samples?" And I was just like, right. I was like, "Yeah, here." And I handed him a bag of samples, and he walked away and said, "Thank you." And I gave him a bag of Senecot S.
What? Wait, of what?
Laxative.
Oh my
Here you
God.
go, my man.
You better check.
That's a
Take
shitty
5
thing
of
to
them.
do, Carrie.
Take 5 of them.
No pun intended.
Yeah, because we always did laxatives with opioids for the laxative protocol. So I gave him a bag full of
He
laxatives.
probably ground them up and snorted it.
Bro.
Now, would you get addicted to that, and would you actually have the balls to go to like rehab and say I'm addicted to laxatives?
Well, I'll tell you what. If you were
Possible.
snorting it, he'd have a runny nose for the rest of it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Terrible, man. That was a shitty joke.
So wow, none of us got a point, Gabby. We're
No,
slipping here, bro.
no.
All right,
Right.
all right, here goes next. All right, so this one's about Gabby. What would he?
Armin.
This is
Me.
probably
Armin.
What?
It's all about Armin.
Oh, it's Armin. Okay,
Yeah.
Gabby's there.
I'm gonna keep Care here to be my referee, Norl and Gabby. All right, so what is Armin's favorite board game?
Oh, interesting.
Wow. He looks bored when he plays any game.
Gary, what do you call that game?
Especially when I'm playing by myself.
It's not
I
checkers.
hear you.
It's not checkers. It's the other one that has
Connect
the long-
4.
No, it's not checkers, but it's just like you open it up. It's got a bunch of long triangles and it looks like
Backgammon.
Yes, that one.
You're right.
Yes.
Ah!
Damn, I'm way behind
Backgammon
now.
is in my blood. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Backgammon. That's it.
It was either
Gabby's
that or
in the
playing with the
lead.
abacus.
Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, good one, Gab.
That was
All
really good.
So this one is
Do I get
for
half a point.
I
I
would have
Care.
picked Mahjong.
this one is for Care or for.
I think Gabby's
I
up.
think it's my turn. Yeah.
Gabby.
Okay, it is Gabby. All right. So this one is: would Gabby rather cook or order in?
Interesting.
Gabby would rather cook.
Ooh. I got to think about that one
Oh.
because I know he loves to grill. He loves to grill. But more often than not, I'm hearing him going to Chick-fil-A and PF Chang's.
Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Wrong with
Carrie
I remember I
got it.
clean everything.
There
Cook.
you got it.
Gabby's gonna cook every time.
I like
And
the
he
host.
likes to stuff grape leaves.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to try some of these stuffed grape leaves.
Oh, they're amazing. But yeah, Gabby definitely loves to cook. Definitely.
Oh
loves
no,
to
no,
Sorry,
no!
cook.
Look,
Okay.
I got
Armin,
it first.
Gary got that one. Quit
I got
trying
a
to.
first Armin.
Wait, I didn't
Alright.
give my definitive answer.
No,
That's
your answer was too long.
fine.
Sorry.
I like these guys. All right, good. So here, this one is
Who got a point?
The hell was that?
Gabby,
Yeah.
or no, Claire got a point.
I know. I was like, why are you showing me that? Is your
After
dog
dinner.
not well?
Who got a point?
Claire got a point.
You
Alright.
Give it to
Carrie's
I did.
back. Nice.
All right, so this one is for or Care actually,
Gary,
right?
yes.
All right,
Yep.
so
Yeah.
what is Care's most prized possession and why? I love how Gary or Cabby gets so frustrated. He's like
Because
frazzled.
Because I know what he
Oh.
wants to say, but he doesn't want to
No.
say
I've
it.
been there. And of course,
prized
we're
possession.
not talking about people. It's a possession, right?
Yes, a prized
People out
possession.
of-
Well, it
Okay.
is a possession.
I think I know the answer. I'm going to go grab a cigar while you figure this one out.
By the way, Senor Fuentes, this is funny as shit, man. Yeah.
What did he say? What did he say?
Funny as shit.
This is
it's
funny as
man.
shit.
I love you, Fuente Carlito. You're the man, brother.
He said he turned off the breaking news to watch us with no regrets whatsoever.
Good.
Oh,
Excellent.
there you go.
That's life on the
Come
edge.
Come on,
right
Armin.
there.
What's my prized possession, Armin? How well do
Your
you know me,
sunglasses.
Armin?
I don't think I've ever seen you without them.
These are like my $5 El
Listen,
Chicos.
I'll split this
Hey,
point
I'm
with
into
you.
that. That's cool.
Carrie's got the most amazing archives of tobacco history, literal texts, journals, like logs going back to cigar factories over 100 years old.
Wow.
This guy's got stuff that like it's in an antique doctor's chest with a medicine cabinet that I don't know where you found it, but I think that's got to be high on the list.
Wow.
What?
So we
Am I
we asked
close?
the right. We asked the right question.
Ah.
Nope.
So what's your prized possession?
You're gonna laugh.
Bar license.
It is something you would never guess in a million years.
Oh, it's probably like his book that's sitting on the toilet that he uses.
I bet you have a
Every
Care
time.
Bear. You have a Care Bear.
No.
Melanie
Yeah.
was right.
My Randy
Care
Smith. No, it's
Like a little kid.
for those of you who are Star Wars fans.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Now I'm trying to think of that I've had for a long time. I actually have a Boba Fett action figure that I got when I was 10 years old with the proof of purchase seals in the back of the containers, back when he wasn't for sale. And I actually still have that figure today that I carry with me wherever I
Look how
go.
pissed off he got just because you didn't get it right. What a sore loser.
Listen, man. Should have spent more time getting to know me better, Gabby. That's just the way it goes.
Damn it.
But that's my most prized possession. I mean, Gabby's right. I mean, we got a bunch of great stuff in the house, but that's the one that I've had the longest, and I've
But
had
he
since
got
I
it
was a
wrong.
kid.
All right.
Sorry,
That's a cool thing to have, by the way.
Yeah, dude, 10 years old when it wasn't for sale. You had to buy and throw, I think, 3 or 4 proof of purchase seals in an envelope, and then you got the figure.
Cool.
I guarantee on eBay it's worth a lot of money.
No, not in the condition it's in. It's been around the block.
Mm. Okay,
Since
this
4
one.
years old.
All right, so this one is for Armin. I love
I
it.
am.
All right, what would be the first thing Armin would do if he won the lottery?
Quit calling me. I think so. Friendship's over.
I know what he would do.
Hey, Armin, bro, where are you?
I
Make money.
He's
thank
already
you,
gone, though.
Carlito.
He's already left her.
Yeah, Carlos, I do have a pretty decent collection, and Jennifer is great at buying antiques, and we got plenty of archives and all sorts of great things from the tobacco industry. But my guess would be that Armin he'd move out of the city and he'd buy a beautiful big home for his mother.
Oh, very nice.
Wow.
And if you say I'm wrong, Armin, your mom's gonna be mad at you. I'm just saying.
I think he'd buy a condo in Miami.
Well, technically,
Both are
Technically, you're
correct.
both right.
Wow.
Oh, he said somebody said you'd probably buy a pizzeria. David Clark
They
said,
both get a point.
"Is that
That's too
a
much. That's too much work. But yeah. Because after losing dad a few years ago, mom is definitely a number one priority.
Mhm.
And yeah, I would love for her to live any type of lifestyle she would want to live. And yes, I would also would love to have a place in Miami so I could be with you amazing people and be close to Gabby and this is way too much fun, man. This is awesome.
Wow. I won that point, but I
I'd
feel
say
like
they
I've
both get a
lost.
point.
No,
You said
both-
you never said that you would move to South Carolina, so I won that point, but I still
Yeah.
feel like I've lost.
aw?"
I'll tell you what, with that kind of money, I'll fly you down to Florida anytime your heart desires, boo boo.
All right.
Aw, there you
I don't
go.
know, man.
We have plenty of room
Still
down here
stings
for
a little
all of
bit.
you guys. There's okay. Mark is making sure I got all my scores correct. He is my referee.
Thank you,
over
Senor Fuente. He liked my answer. I appreciate that.
here. All right, so the next one is going to.
Uh-oh. This is a tough one.
All right.
You remember what it is?
Uh-huh.
My
all
wife
right,
is
so
watching.
This is for Gabby. Uh-oh. Tiger
for
King.
Gabby.
It's
What?
clean.
What's Gabby's? It's clean. What's Gabby's favorite family tradition?
Oh man, that's a tough one for me. Even
Gabby's favorite family tradition.
I'm making
Well,
sure.
Well, he
I
is
got
very he's very family oriented.
Yeah.
And he's very connected to his roots in Honduras as a Honduran and as a Palestinian. So, that's an interesting question.
it's
I would say tradition, but
Yeah.
I would have to imagine that his favorite. I don't know. I would have to say either like Easter or Christmas with the family,
Holiday.
going to church
Holiday.
with the family,
that
Huh?
you nailed it. Yes, holiday gatherings.
going to
Holiday
church.
gathering.
It's
Well,
always
nice.
it's Thanksgiving, Easter, and Christmas.
Yeah. Yep.
Do we both get a point for that?
Damn, good
Both
job,
get a point.
guys.
You just piled on
Good
mine.
job. All right, now
I'm just gonna
Carrot.
make it 3/4 of a point.
Carrot's got the comeback. Armin, you're running behind.
Don't call it a comeback.
Come-
Rocking this place, putting suckers in fear.
Okay.
Damage.
Let's
Let
go,
me see.
champ.
Oh,
What?
sweet Jesus.
Maybe I might just repeat some of these over. All right, what is the app that let's see. What is the app that Care uses most?
Oh boy.
I love how you guys get like I'm like, could I answer that about myself? But you're like, oh.
Do I want the real answer or what I'm thinking?
What is the
as long as
rating
it-
of this program?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm broadcasted out of, so officially it's unknown. I'm not rated yet.
I think it's anything owned by Facebook.
Skype.
Oh, there you go. Skype,
Gosh.
really?
It's
I
not
think
an
it's a
app. Skype is not an app. It is an app.
It
Skype
not
is an app.
on,
How is
yeah.
it not an app, man?
It's totally an app.
You download it.
I love how Gabby just
Therefore,
goes,
it's an
anything
app.
owned by Facebook. That covers like 5 apps.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
I think it's
Microsoft.
Anything owned by Google.
Same
Apple.
And you know what?
DraftKings.
Actually, God, you're
Before
kind of
the-
right.
yeah.
You're kind of right, but kind of wrong.
Before the pandemic, I'd say Waze.
No,
Oh, really? You were a Waze guys?
no,
No, he said
no.
no.
Haven't converted.
Oh, I'm not a
Haven't
Waze
converted.
person. That's too much. Oh,
Honestly-
somebody says TikTok.
TikTok. No, I don't even. I can't even spell TikTok. I would.
Spell TikTok.
I would say Gabby's pretty darn close, but because I use my phone for work, I use my email app probably more than anything.
Wow, you are good. That's
I use
really
my
good.
email app, but I do
would
use
say-
a lot of the Facebook apps because of social media and posting pictures and all that stuff with everything. So it's probably pretty damn close. I'd give Gabby a half a point for that one.
I
Okay.
take it. I'll take it.
We're gonna give half of a point. That's... it's a
Am
short
I getting
line.
crushed?
Yeah, you're getting crushed. All right, so now this one is back for Armin, so he
Oh.
doesn't even get a chance.
Freaking-
All right,
Be way behind after this, Armin.
What is Armin's go-to guilty pleasure?
What kind of show are you running here?
I'm afraid to answer that one because
I'm afraid to answer that one.
It sounds kind of like an app question to me, but
can we get a price point?
That's how I met Kerry. I met him on the app.
yeah.
Oh my God, it's
Can we
Swaggy.
get
What is your guilty pleasure?
Is there a price point? Can you cap it off $5, $10, $100,000? I'm gonna say
I'd say ice cream.
chocolate.
Why is
Marshmallows.
everybody always going to food with me? Like I'm some fat ass.
I just said pizza. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Everything is like comes back to food. What's the matter with you guys?
I'm sorry. Your guilty
northern.
pleasure is accounting.
Yeah. Playing with your
Central
abacus.
Park.
That's
Smoking
all
a
they do in
cigar.
South Carolina. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Although
if
it's
I'm here,
I
really-
don't know if
okay.
I would consider it a guilty pleasure though.
What?
Hmm.
What's your guilty pleasure, Armin? Since chocolate and ice cream are not considered a guilty pleasure.
Either music, playing percussion, or sparring martial arts.
You play percussion? What do you play percussion in?
Triangle.
A little bit of drumming, but it's... I beat the drum. I beat the drum all day.
His favorite song by Tom
Or martial
Petty.
arts. I love it. My guy, we get together and we spar, we stick fight, we do knife fighting and all that kind of stuff.
Nice, nice. As long as you're not gonna get dead, you don't get cut.
Stick fight.
Yeah, that's usually.
Armin's guilty pleasure is stick fighting. We'll
Stick
pass.
fighting.
Next question.
What the hell?
The more the merrier.
Oh my
I thought his
God.
guilty pleasure was beating the poop out of somebody.
I like to beat the stick with my percussion, and then I have
There
ice
you go.
cream.
They use rubber knives.
Just to put it in context. Yeah.
Do you
Okay.
do you use rubber knives, Armin, when you fight?
That's Armin's
No.
favorite movie.
Well, I'm serious. When you
Knives
see
Out.
knife fight, do you use rubber knives?
yeah.
Like, see,
I'm waiting for Gabby to say like a crying game or something.
that's not a knife.
Suck. That's not a knife.
That's a knife.
That's a knife.
Oh,
Okay. Alrighty. Now, I'm thinking that we're still gonna have to give something away, and
was there any points given out there? No.
yes, but they're not.
No.
They get the points. They
get
don't get the
points for that.
prizes.
I know, but nobody got what Armin said.
Oh, did we get?
There was no point.
Okay, so no
Tell
points.
them the scoreboard.
All right, so the score is 4.5 for Gabby, 3 for Armin, and 4 for Care.
Nice.
So I've got
Ooh,
one
it's pretty
question.
tight.
I've got one question, and it would be for Gabby.
Get
Mhm.
Kiffy.
Gibby
All right.
Gibby
I got one more question. This is your guys' chance to catch up on Gabby. Okay. What is Gabby's favorite season and why?
Oh, I know the answer to this one.
His favorite season is winter because it's
Winter because of Christmas.
No.
The harvest.
No. I'll tell you why it's winter, even though you got it right.
because he gets to go to Honduras.
No, because I'm
Because
freaking
he gets to tell me
hairy.
that it's snowing in New York and you're in 90
Harry.
You're
degrees.
hairy. That is always a.
Because it's when you're hairy, you can't stand the heat and the humidity. You just want cool, cold air.
Is that Persian?
There,
What's Persian?
it is.
Is that Persian?
Hand woven.
It's silk.
Oh dear.
Winter.
Come on, we each get a point for that, right? We did say winter.
You
We
did
did say
say
winter.
You
winter.
never
Yeah.
said shit about hairy chest Garmin.
Well, neither did you.
I know, but I got winter.
It
I
says
did
it-
too, and then I said because.
I already guessed winter. You have 3 other seasons to choose from.
Fortunately, Gabby. Oh no! Wait, Care
Oh,
is in the
don't
lead
ask
now.
me.
So Care gave you that half a point. So now Care takes back the half a point.
No, you can still keep it. I'm fair. I'm very fair.
No, I'm kidding because he gets another point, so he wins anyway. So Care wins. Hey.
Fine.
Fine. Care knows you guys best. You know, you guys are gonna have to like hang out together and do this again.
I'm a
I'm
good
having a blast.
listener.
We should do this, and maybe next time we'll have other. Like it'll be the BCA versus somebody. That would be cool, wouldn't it?
I love it. A
I'm
couple.
in for that.
A couple of weeks ago, Kara's birthday was up, and Armin and I call each other and we're like, hey, man, wouldn't it be awesome if we just surprised him and we both you drove from New York, I drove from Miami, we go to South Carolina just to show him how much we love him. And I'm like, Armin, look up how far it is. And I'm like, I'll do the same. Like 5 minutes later, we're like, dude, it's 11 and a half hours.
And now you know why I won this game and they
Yes.
lost.
Yes. So
Now
I called them up. I said, I love you, bro.
That's
Yeah,
great.
that
11 and a half hours.
That's a long time. That's a
Yeah.
long time.
But props to Kevin Shahan for doing it, man.
Yeah, Kevin Shahan cigar props.
Nice.
Came down. He came
right.
to visit.
I
did get some great gifts from you too, so I can't really criticize you too much about not visiting. That's a far trip, and there's a lot of rest stops that you don't want to be
homosexual
rest stops.
hangouts.
Nah. Well, it's more of a COVID hangout right now. We're seeing some of the
I
people
was
in and out
Thanks,
there.
Vivian.
We popped on something about Mary the other night, and then we
Oh,
had
yeah.
to cancel it because the kids came in. And
That's a great movie.
This psychiatrist is like, you do know rest stops are homosexual hangouts.
Oh, Andy's like, listen, Andy, our drums that all you beat. Wow, man. That should have come
Comes in
out.
all your feet.
Sorry, I'm trying to pull that off. Sorry.
Oh, man. Delete.
Funny.
That was
Senor
hilarious.
Shuffman.
Okay, there you go.
I'm getting hammered.
This
No
is a
pun
classy
intended.
show.
All right, so how about we find a winner for you guys to give out a sampler pack real quick? I don't have a
We
question.
need two
but
winners. We need two
If
winners.
you guys have a question, I'll be happy to ask that, and we can find a trivia, or we
Yeah.
can ask somebody's birthday, or we can pick out somebody who won in the con.
Let's
What
look. I'll give away a sampler with a pound of our organic coffee.
Oh, 3 giveaways there.
Nice.
Okay, whatever you guys. So we got 3 giveaways. Let's do.
Damn.
Beautiful, man.
All right, I got this one right. And this might be. No, that's too easy.
It's too easy.
Oh man, this is a tough one.
Wow, we have to think of the question, huh?
I just had a brain fart, like a big one. Oof.
I know. I'm just like, eh.
I
So
got
you're-
one. I got a question for you
Go for it.
for Gabby Caffey's giveaway. Gabby Caffey, a Caffey 1901 cigars, has how many lines of how many blends do you have, Gabby?
Oh, I know. Do you want me to say it?
No, I'm asking you. Yeah, yeah.
7.
You have 7 blends.
Yeah.
What was Gabby Caffey's first release?
Excellent.
Ooh.
Give
All right, is this a year? Is that what they're?
Nope, it's the blend. He's got
Which
7
cigar?
blends. Which cigar?
Okay. All right, guys. So you guys hear that? You're gonna win a sampler pack from Cafe 1901 and a pound of coffee from Gabby Caffey. And all you have to do is tell us. Say that again. Which
What
cigar
was-
is his first?
What was his first release? Which
First
cigar was
ever
his first
release.
release?
And we're
Was it
still
Green Kangaroo? I don't
That
know.
ain't.
I'm reading the answers. God, stop
I
hitting
like
me.
that you were answering.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I'm
It's-
trying. She keeps me here to keep her in check.
So the first thing, well, it's look, we're still selling it. We've been selling it for 7 years.
Is the Green Kangaroo? That's true.
It's named after my father. That is not correct. Not Green
Okay.
Kangaroo. I don't
Sorry.
think.
Don Fernando.
Yes. Who said that?
Ian Simpson did.
Ian. Oh my God, Ian.
Oh, damn. He's just racking up gifts, man. This
Yeah.
I
guy.
know
bro.
he is. He totally is. He's catching all my shows. The man is smart.
Ian, we love you, but you're banned. No more answering questions.
I know. He's going to have like a whole room of our stuff. He's just going to start selling himself online.
I've opened up a BCA store.
Yeah.
Hey, he's got Fuente stuff and everything coming towards him. He's smart.
Come
That's what I
on.
tell everybody. If you want to like increase your cigar accessories, go to events, attend shows. Like that's the best way, in my opinion. All right, so now the next one we've got Armin. Go ahead, give us a trivia question. What can you go? You're gonna give away the and your sampler pack.
Okay, here's my question, and it's not even cigar related. If anybody gets this, cheers. Happens to be my favorite band in the world. They're a prog rock band from Canada, and unfortunately, the drummer passed away in January. Name the band.
Oh
Hard rock
God.
band from Canada.
Oh, I know. I already got it.
You can't answer. Get out of here.
Oh,
Oh,
Rush. Oh, Steven.
Give the answer. She just won a sampler.
Mark, smacker, Mark.
No, but that is so awesome. Good for you. Are you a Rush fan? Do you listen to Rush?
I was kind of a nerd. Okay, Daniel got it. Daniel got Rush.
Wait, no. We got to focus on this. You're a Rush fan?
I was a nerd in high school. Like I listened to all that stuff. My dad would whenever we would get in the car in the mornings, we'd be listening to like either it was Rush or Pink Floyd or I don't know, all kinds of music. And he was like, "Do you know what this means? You can't just sing that song and not know what it means." I'm like, "Okay, Dad." So I always had to I'm really
Dad's
big into
right
music.
here now. Dad's right here. That is my band. I worship those guys. So yes, it is Rush. So I guess I owe you a sampler pack.
When you said percussions earlier, that's the first thing that came into my mind was Rush.
Really? That's
And just
fine.
Neil Peart.
Near Peart, yeah.
He's
I should
taking
get
my-
half a
Peart.
sampler pack for singing Tom Sawyer.
I'll
Yeah,
give you
yeah,
half
you
the
did.
sampler pack.
I figure-
all right.
She started it. Didn't he?
No, you started it. I
Oh,
didn't
he
sing.
did.
Yeah. That's
I
funny.
guess the hostess gets the sampler pack. That's how it is. Tough noogies.
Hey, I'm excited.
Ian, yes, I'm the biggest Rush fan, brother. I'm the most diehard Rush fan you'll meet.
Yes.
All right, so
Sampler pack
then-
for the Cisco Kid.
All right, we will do that. We'll see what happens with that. All right, come on, Kara. Let's see what yours is. What's your question?
My question is going to go back to the conversation we had the other night on our show, and we talk about the cigar industry and the passion for the cigar industry and the resilience. And everybody knows that, in 1924, there was catastrophic losses with the Fuente family, the big fire. And it was during the Great Depression. Now think about this. How many years passed from that catastrophe to when they actually rebranded their cigars and came back out again? Start producing cigars.
Jesus. Wow, that's a good question, man.
So the
Because
question
if you answer that question, you're gonna freaking just have even more respect for the family and Carlos Fuente.
Okay, can you repeat the question for them again, just to
In
clarify?
1924, the Fuente family suffered a huge loss with a huge fire, and it was during the Depression, and they didn't produce cigars for a period of time. How many years passed from when they actually re-released
Ooh.
their cigars?
Okay, I'm gonna name off what I'm reading.
Yeah.
This is not my answers. So
But you can't.
I've got-
Yeah, I see him here.
I got 12
You're all
years,
wrong.
36, 1956. This is great.
someone's getting
look.
closer.
He said
Yeah.
president.
And
Armin,
Senor
you can't
Fuente,
sit
if
there.
he's still listening, he can't play. He's not allowed to answer that question.
If you do answer the question right, Senor Fuente, you'll get a T-shirt and a sampler pack of Stogie Red cigars.
There you go.
That's a tough question, man.
It is a tough question, but I'll tell
If
you.
he does answer, Kerry, tell him he got it wrong.
Sorry, try again.
Tell him you got it wrong.
You're wrong, Senor Fuente.
No, we talked about it. We talked about it on the show the other night. We actually had a very long discussion. John
My
Hollow
buddy Nas just
Hornbear.
answered 2 years. My buddy
John-
Nas just answered
John
2
Hollow
years.
Hornberg
No.
got it?
John Hollow Hornberg got
Yes.
it.
Wait.
Oh,
What is it?
22 years.
22
David
years.
Clark Lane?
22 years.
Wow.
Nas, you
You're
were
right.
off by a 2. Sorry, buddy.
In today's society, you think it would be crazy if somebody went 22 weeks or 22 months without releasing another cigar. 22 years. So much
Yeah, and
respect.
then-
So much respect.
Most
That's
companies
beyond.
today don't last that long.
No, hell no.
Look at the environment
Well,
we're
it
in
only
with
takes-
COVID-19. My
It
goodness.
only takes what 21 days to change your habit. So imagine trying to get out of a habit and then getting back into one. Is what I always think about.
It's insane.
Yeah. So 22 years.
Wow.
Well, aren't we glad that they came back with?
I just need
promotion?
I just need as a shirt size, and
Okay.
then just you can PM me the David. Oh wait, who was it again?
It was John Hollow.
John
Hardware.
Hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah, just PM me, and we'll
What a
connect.
name. All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen,
Nice
for a
job.
lovely evening. I think that we got this all wrapped up in 90 minutes. I can't believe it.
It wasn't that.
Has it really
embarrassing.
been 90 minutes? Seriously?
Yeah, totally.
What do I win? I won. I won.
You're having fun.
I won the.
Oh, I get to pick the contestant.
You want an evening of fun with us.
Oh, that's
Beautiful.
Like
Tremendous.
Thanks, John.
This was really a blast. I'd love to do this again, and maybe if we can do teams, if there's somebody else on there, and
Yes,
You don't
totally.
know me on
yeah,
there.
I think
it'll
we
be
should
the
all- we should
BCA
all-
against.
We
I
should
think
all
we
have
do.
our significant other, and we should do like a newlywed.
Yes.
No, don't do the newlywed.
Yes. No, not for me. I need it's only for them. I'll be the
Armin,
host.
you can have your partner on the show, and you can do the.
Val.
You know the famous
Who might
newlywed
that be?
episode?
That's funny.
What's that, Mark?
Do you know the famous newlywed episode?
Which
they
one?
actually put this in an episode of the movie Sea of Love, but it was a real episode where the wives go back and they ask the husbands, "Where's the most like crazy place you ever made
Yeah.
love?" And the one woman answers, "In the butt, Bob."
Oh my God!
It's a true story.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm trying to forget that one.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's hilarious.
Crazy. Okay, well, thank you guys for
Thank you.
coming and entertaining us. This has been fabulous. I can tell.
Thank you.
I love it. I
Everybody
love
else had a
it.
great time. This has been fun.
Had a blast.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Carlito had a blast too. He said,
Thank you, guys.
So,
Thanks
yes.
chatting
Thank
with
you.
all of you. Armand, when we're in New York.
Mark, everybody.
Yes.
Hello. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, guys.
My man.
And when you're in Miami, you look me up. All right.
Will
So,
do.
why don't you go ahead and one of you guys give us an update or what's following this week? What do you guys got going on with the Boutique Cigar Association? What should people stay tuned to?
So we had recently we had Carlito Fuente on, and after he came on, he just kind of derailed the rest of the season.
Oh,
I mean,
It's like we're at the pinnacle.
fact to
Where do we go
follow.
from here?
so we're actually thinking of just canceling the show now since we reached that peak.
It's like George Costanza says, you got to go out on a high. All right, I'm out here. Thank you.
Oh, how about the newlywed honeymoon? Where's the destination? I'll supply the champagne.
that would be my house, Carlito.
Carlito's
man.
awesome, but no,
Man.
I think a lot of us are just playing catch up with. We had a Her Flash Friday night, which was pretty damn good. We had eight people on the show just hanging out for 3 hours, and we talked about everything from tattoos to kidnappings to,
Where was my
Hitting
invite?
deer.
Uros, everything. Yeah, we had a great talk. And this Friday, you know what happened is just this September 9th date came around, and a bunch of heroes like Carlito Fuente and a lot of warriors that go unnamed have really blessed us with being able to continue to stay in business. So I think a lot of us are still trying to deal with COVID, deal with the blessing of not being put out of business. I'm being very blunt.
Yeah.
There were hundreds of companies that were on the verge of going out of business. I mean, and we were blessed through the financial efforts and the personal efforts of countless people that are members of CRA and PCA and millions of dollars in lawsuits that now we're here, and we're just waiting for the end of the month to come around, because I know the industry is going to have a big meeting as to how we can all come together and join forces so that we have a stronger voice instead of all being fragmented. So we're in kind of like a holding period right now, and I think this Friday we'll just have some more fun and celebrate each other and celebrate cigars in our industry. So we don't really have any special guests coming up. Pool party with what?
That's the gist of it. We haven't planned the freaking thing for Friday yet.
Carlito.
We will pull something out of the hat though come
Is that what we're
Friday.
gonna- that was the long story. Getting the short.
I hope Carlito has the patent on those waterproof cigars because
That'd be
That's-
great.
You can interview me.
Genius.
I'll tell.
I'll move to
ridiculous
Florida
stories.
just to have those waterproof cigars.
I'm in for that too. Waterproof cigars sounds really cool. And Nish will bring the Rocky juice.
That just has a Caddyshack impact to it that I'm not sure I like.
yeah. That's awesome.
So tune in at 8 p.m. on Friday on a Boutique
Yes.
Cigar Association
Yeah.
page, and we'll pull something out. You asked earlier what how much time do we spend together. We meet a couple times a week and talk about personal stuff, but we do talk about strategies, the industry, and talk about the show, and a lot of planning goes into it.
Well, I'm excited. I love watching your guys' show. So, you guys out there still listening and watching, thank you for joining. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for having some fun with us. Carlito, we all love you too. And be sure to tune in. First, I'm going to tell you Friday. Well, first of all, be sure to tune in Wednesday. This Wednesday, I'm going to be on the Stickman Chronicles. He hosted my birthday party. He's a fabulous guy. So I will be with him this Wednesday. And then Friday, you will see Cynthia and I and maybe Carlito Friday around 7 p.m. And then be sure to catch the Boutique Cigar Association at 8 p.m. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, thank you guys for joining me and
Beautiful.
Playing my game. This was so much fun.
This was great. Thank
Yeah,
you
we
so
have
much.
to do it again.
Definitely, we will for sure. I'm gonna do a little more. Maybe we can. We'll get another team in here. We'll make it.
The
Make it
wives, the
happen.
girls, Yes, let's do it.
I do need more
I'm
women
sure
on.
Jennifer's dying to pop on. Vivian will care.
you're right.
I don't know, man. It'd be a
Let's do
tough
it.
one.
Let's do it.
I'll just go through my Rolodex.
Okay. Whoever is still answering will work.
A little Blackbird.
Right,
Too many
gentlemen.
comments.
Yes.
Say goodbye to
Gentlemen,
everybody.
Thank you. Nice to
Good
meet
night.
you.
Bye,
Good night,
Mark.
everybody.
Bye. Have a
See you
Thank
guys.
you.
Thanks again.
Ciao, ciao.